Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we are going to continue chapter number 2 of class 5 environmental science. So chapter 2 we have already started, and the name of the chapter is a snake charmer story. So we have already started and we have completed up to page number 18. So today we will be starting from page number 19. It is a continuation of chapter number 2. So once again I welcome everyone, students of Ramakrishna Mission School, and I hope all the students are benefited by the videos, by the lecture given through YouTube channel. So once again, thank you for watching this video. So let's continue. We'll start from page number 19. I repeat it again, this is the second part or second video of chapter number 2. So in the first part we have completed up to page number 18. So in the second part, that is in this video, we are going to start from page number 19. So it starts with some question. So have you ever seen animals being used for entertainment of people? For example, is a circus on the road or in a park. So when and where did you see this? Which animal show did you see? So through this question, we are trying to gain knowledge, or we are trying to have some idea of students regarding whether they have experience or whether they have seen animals, for example in the circus, on the road or in a park, and how did people behave with the animals in the show, and was anyone teasing the animals? Lagna Abraham teasing hai dikha. What kind of questions came to your mind after seeing that animal show? So you have to give answer to the question which is given in page number 19, and the same textual question will be uploaded in the PDF format in the WhatsApp group. So you have to download the PDF format and you have to write it in your classwork notebook. So all the textual question and answer which is in your NCERT textbook will be provided along with the answers in the PDF format on the WhatsApp group. So all the students are requested to please download it, and you have to write it in your classwork notebook. So this is also one of the textual question of your textbook, so the answer will be provided in the WhatsApp group. So continuing, so next is page number 20. So an important point is given here, which is highlighted by using a yellow boundary, and it is mentioned as do you know. So of the many kinds of snakes found in our country, only 4 types of snakes are poisonous. So since the name of the chapter itself is a snake charmer story, so in this lesson we are going to learn about saperas, which we call it in Hindi. In English it's snake charmer. So here in continuation we are going to learn about types of snakes. So there are varieties of snakes. For your knowledge, it is mentioned that there are varieties of snakes out there. So only out of the number of varieties of snakes, only 4 types of snakes are poisonous. It means that all snakes are not poisonous. It means that. So each and every snake that you see around, all of them are not poisonous. Very few of them are poisonous. Only 4 types of snakes are poisonous. They are the first one is cobra, and the second one is common krait, then followed by Russell's viper, which is also called duboya, saw scale viper, which is also called afai. So 4 types of snakes along with the pictures are given in your textbook in page number 20. On page number 20, cobra left hand side along with the boya, and on the right hand side, right top afai, and the right crate. The picture is also given there, so that it will be easy for you to identify. So whenever you see a snake around, you can identify with their looks, so which one is poisonous or not. So please remember that only 4 types of snakes are poisonous. So it means that whatever snake you see around, all of them are not poisonous. Only very few of them are poisonous. So names are given here. Pictures are also provided so that you can identify easily. A snake has 2 hollow teeth, which is also called fangs. When it bites, the poison enters the person's body through the fangs. So it is mentioned that a snake has 2 hollow teeth. Hollow is ho haibni ko. Masiga ho mayazibu fengsu kawi haibni. When it bites chikpa matamda, the poison enters the person's body through the fangs. The linda yauriba mahusi mioi with the chang masi kanagi mateng na changi haridi masigi hollow teeth feng sigi mateng na chang. So fang is going to be the medium through which poison enters the person's body. So there is a medicine for snake bites. The medicine is made from snake's poison and is available in all government hospitals. I don't know as I give who chelaba poison puba ko madugumba lin chik taragadi mugi mayazi fang kawi masi ahobani habani ko huzi masigi maya ahobogi sina medium oiraga lakadoini adugo haksang da changidoini. So the medicine is also there. Aduna mi khangnaba lekai da karida chikpa yauragadi first aid piraba matungda it should be he or she should be admitted as soon as possible, or take to the hospital as soon as possible, because medicine is available in all government hospitals. And hidak tu pinabagi damakta first aid piraba matungda hospital yam thuna pukhatpiyo haibani ko. So followed by a question where like snake charmers, which other people depend upon animals for their livelihood. So in the first video we have discussed that snake charmers, they do snake charming kind of thing, dancing of snake, which is also called dancing of snakes, with the help of a bean, and people which we call saperas in Hindi. They earn money also through snake charming, and they also carry medicine. We have already discussed in the previous video that along with the snake charming, they also carry some medicines which they prepare from plants, and through the medicine they prepare from plants and through snake charming they earn money, and they depend on such kind of activity for livelihood. So like snake charmers, which other people depend on animals for their livelihood? Let's see. Survey people who keep animals. Talk to some people in your neighborhood who keep 1 or more animals for their livelihood. For example, a horse for a tonga, hens for eggs. So when you look around, people living around you, people living near you may have some animals. For example, a horse for tonga, chawal gari havni ko, hen yen loiba madu yerum phangnabagi damakta madu umbo ibisu yai. So name the animals they keep. So if you find any people living near you have 1 or more animals at their home for their livelihood, for example horse or hens, Name the animals they give. So they may be having other animals for their livelihood. If they have, please name the animals. Then how many animals are there? Is there a separate place for the animals? So when the lower sa singdu kamaina thammi haife yengbiyu haibne ko. So survey, then last page, which is page number 21. So who looks after them? Moine noi lekaida karigumba chasan lobi yauragadi madu kamaina thammi phasna thambibra kanana yengbi, who looks after them. So what do the animals eat? So what are the kind of foods the animals that particular animals eat? Do the animals ever fall ill? What does the keeper do then? If the animals fall ill, do the keeper take it to the hospital, or they have some knowledge regarding the medicine? You have to acquire information, make some more questions and discuss, make a report on your project and read it out in the class. So in short, it is an advice, or it is an advice to the students to have experience, to gain knowledge about animals living around you, or people having one or more animals at their home for livelihood. So it's an activity to gain knowledge or to experience about the animals. So make a snake puppet. So an activity is given here. Now you can play with this puppet. So an activity is given here in which you have to make a snake puppet. Take an old pair of socks. In order to make a snake puppet, you have to take an old pair of socks. Put one on your arm. Stick buttons or bindis. For the eyes. So while making snake puppet, you have to take a pair of socks, then you have to put it on your arm. Then in order to make eyes, you have to put buttons or bindis. Cut out a long red strip of paper for using as a tongue. So in order to make tongue for the snake, you have to take a long red strip paper and stick it in the place as shown. So how to place the tongue? You have to look at the picture. And on the other side of the paper, make a V shape cut. Your snake is ready. So I think it will be very easy for the students to make this snake puppet. So I will repeat it again. In order to make snake puppet, you have to take a pair of socks. Then in order to make eyes of the snake, you have to put bindis or button. Then in order to make tongue of the snake, you have to take a red paper. Then you have to cut on the other side of the paper, make a V shape cut. You have to cut it in the V shape. Your snake is ready. So after that, your snake is ready. So I would like to repeat it again from page number 19. So page number 19, since this is the second video, in the first video we have completed up to page number 18, and since this is a second part of chapter number 2, and also last part of chapter number 2, it starts with textual question. So there is no need to worry about the textual question. Textual question will be uploaded in the PDF format on the WhatsApp group, which you have to download it and write it in your classwork notebook. So along with the textual question and answer, some important points related to the chapter will be uploaded, which you have to download it and you have to write it on your classwork notebook also. So apart from textual question and answer, you have to write the important notes on your classwork notebook. So the main point that we have discussed today is about the poisonous snake. So I will repeat it again. Whatever snake you see around, all of them are not poisonous. Here it is mentioned that only 4 types of snakes are poisonous. So you have to know it. It's a general knowledge, and it is a very good information. You have to share this information to others also. Otherwise, people have a wrong belief that each and every snake, all the snakes around are poisonous. So please help them to clarify them that all snake, or whatever snake we see around, or all of the snakes are not poisonous. Very few of them are poisonous, and tell them only 4 types of snakes are poisonous. And in order to verify, or in order to identify easily, you can look at the picture provided in your textbook, which will help you to identify in future. The picture of cobra is given. So first of all, we should know the name of poisonous snakes. The first one is cobra. Second one is common krait. Then Russell's viper, which is also called duboia, and followed by the last one, which is called saw scale viper, which is also called afai. Ring circle-like structure is given. Circle-like structure is there in its body, and line, straight line type structure is there in krait. So please look at the picture carefully. It will help you to identify in future. So these are the snakes which carry poison. So how it is also mentioned that how poisons enter a person's body. It enters through a hollow teeth, which is called fangs. So through this hollow teeth, poison enters the person's body. So one of the most important thing then we should remember is that there is a medicine for snakes poison. So whenever a snake bites a person, after giving first aid, you have to take him or her to hospital, to nearby government hospital, as soon as possible, because medicines medicine of snakes poisons are available in all government hospitals. And in order to have more experience about other people who depend on animals for their livelihood other than snake charmers, you can look around, and you can look at your neighbor. If someone is having animal other than pet animal, having animals, and their livelihood depend on that animal. For example, horse for tonga, cow for milk, then pork for meat, then hen for meat and eggs. So in order to have more experience, try to find out how many animals are there. Is there a separate place for the animals? How do the animals eat? And what does the keeper do when the animals fall ill? So these are the basic questions which will help you to gain more experience about animals, or more experience about people who depend on animals for their livelihood. And since this chapter is related with snake, one activity is also given in the last page, which will help you to make snake a puppet, in which you have to take a pair of socks. So you are going to make a snake puppet with the help of a pair of socks. So the last is a kind of evaluation, you can say, or assessment, you can say. So what we have learned, the government has made a law that no one can catch and keep snakes. What do you think about this law? Give reason for your answer and write it in your own words. So this is going to be your homework. And regarding homework, you have to write it in your homework notebook. So the question is, the government has made, Sarkarna snake si phaba yade loi thamjanba yade haina law ma thamgre. What do you think about this law? Nang masi law si maramda kai khalli, phai nataga phatte, yaningi yaningde. Give reasons for your answer and write it in your own words. Yaningagana kai maramgino, yaningdegana kai maramgino, phai hairagana kai maramgino, phatte hairagana kai maramgino, maram piu, aduga nangi class homework ki boy de you haimniko. So I request the last page number 21, a question is given which is going to be your homework. So you have to write your views, or you have to write reason about the law that are made by the government against the protection of wild animals. So here, protection of snakes, you have to write it in your own words. So please write it in your homework notebook. So with this, chapter number 2 is complete, and this is the second part, the last part of chapter number 2. And I hope you will get whatever knowledge required from this chapter number 2 through this video. Thank you for watching this video. In the next Google Meet class, in the next YouTube class, we will be taking new chapter. So thank you for watching. Thank you.